Alright gamers, Bubba coming back at you. We are going to take a look at Star Trek Voyager, Across the Unknown demo. I think we've all been waiting a long time for a good Star Trek game, but we'll see how this one works. I've heard good and bad, so let's take a look. We'll just do a new game. So it looks like it does the first 12 sectors, so that's it. Okay. Captain Catherine Janeway, a new ship, a new crew, a new mission. Today we embark on a mission to locate a Maquis vessel that has disappeared into the Badlands. Starfleet intelligence believes these terrorists have acquired dangerous new technology. My chief of security, Tuvok, is undercover aboard that ship. I haven't received communication from him in over a week. The Badlands are treacherous. I can only hope he's safe. So this seems to be... In the meantime, I have a starship to prepare for launch and a crew to assemble. Speaking of which, our final two crew members have just arrived, Ensign Harry Kim and Tom Paris. It seems I have a few introductions to make. So this seems to be taken from the story of Star Trek Voyager. Like the TV show. Exactly so far. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the Academy, ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. The Maquis? Wow, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was with the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Prison? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. Yeah, this is exactly the movie so far. Or the TV series, I should say. Yeah, it wasn't a movie. Into the Badlands. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. So yeah, if you haven't seen Star Trek Voyager, the TV series, it's definitely one of my favorites because I've watched it several times all the way through. It's really good. But please hit the subscribe and like and do some comments. Want to know if you want to see more on this, like especially if it gets released, or other games that you would like to see. Alright, let's keep going. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I do like the way it does have some animations on the characters and stuff and not just a still picture while you're reading this. And I'm assuming that they might actually have some voice actors do some of this once it's released, but we'll have to see once it's not a demo. I wasn't exactly Maquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent Tetrion beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. Incoming. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze and the threat to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert. Helm, evasive maneuvers. No effect. The wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metals, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone to gray mode. We're on reserves. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway Engineering, we need stellar cartography back online now. You know, I wonder... let's do... I'm going to turn down this music because I'm not even sure if it's going to affect us on copyrights and stuff, but it'll make it easier for listening. There we go. Is there a... Alright. So here's the instructions. Welcome to the tutorial. Click on the question mark icon 1 on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial screen. On controller, press D-pad left 2 times. So it looks like it's made for a controller. So consoles. Some additional tutorials will not pop up during gameplay, but automatically appear in the tutorial list. 2. Check out the new tutorial screens now. Okay. So now we have a task. If you've seen the show, you know who the caretaker is. Activate stellar cartography by switching the power on. Okay, so here's the question mark. That just gives us that. Activate room. Activate the stellar cartography 1 in the lower left part of the ship. To activate it, open up its menu by selecting the room and switching on the power supply 2. Okay, so let's give it a shot. So, oh, well, we didn't have to do much, did we? Oh, wow. Okay, so you can zoom in and out. Nice. I think they did a nice job on this. And it's interesting to watch the turbo lifts actually move and stuff while we're doing some of this. Okay, so we'll go here and switch on, which takes 3 power, which we have, and 2 people. Okay. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there, but, what Harry is trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. Ah, yes. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait, Mr. Paris. Take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Huh, I wonder what the marks are for... Okay. Scan points of interest. 1. Okay. Marked with white question marks to reveal resources. 2. And we're looking for deuterium. Okay. Interesting. So we could scan points of interest until one with deuterium is revealed. Okay. So scan. I wonder if these bars are supposed to be here. Huh. Yeah, I turned them on somehow. No, that's got duranium. Okay. Scan. Now we can get deuterium. System map navigation. Navigate your ship. 1, by traveling to various locations. 2, while traveling, time passes in the form of cycles. Okay. Basic resources. Keep track of your resources in the main HUD. 1 is deuterium, your fuel that powers the warp drive. 2 is duranium and tritanium, essential for construction and repair. Okay. 3 is crew. Crew is needed to operate key systems and rooms. Okay. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colors of the chance bar, which is 1, represent the possible outcomes. Excellent, dark green, and good, light green. More rewards like extra resource and morale increase, etc. Average, yellow, can include minor setbacks. Bad, orange, and terrible, red. Outcomes provide low rewards and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage, or severe injuries. Okay, so we need to here, because we need to collect and store deuterium to change warp core to tier 1. Okay, let's set a course. And we would have to upgrade stellar to cartography to collect more data. Well, let's just go with the path it's wanting us to do right now. Okay. Sensors detect a dense cloud of interstellar gas with an unusually high concentration of deuterium. So we can deploy collector probes for a safer, though less efficient collection, which gives us a max of 373. Or, risk to maneuver Voyager into the unknown of the cloud. But that's got a pretty good chance of really bad stuff happening. This, at least, we're going to go the safer route right now because we're not in a good spot. So let's do this. Oh, good. 65% reward distribution. The collection probes have gathered a substantial amount of deuterium. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if we'd done the other and it was, I think that would have been in the red, which would not have been good. Captain, we can now deactivate gray mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. Okay, the warp core is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but less deuterium is required. Oh, more deuterium is required. Increase the power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier. Okay, so that means we need to produce more, but we're also going to consume more. Main engineering. Okay. And there we go. We're in gray mode. This is gray mode. 0 deuterium, and that's working. This is inactive, so we need to go up to tier 1. Yep, change it to tier 1. So it says on the upper left, up here. So we'll just do tier 1. Our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good. Now, what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detected a Maquis vessel next to it. Ooh. So we can either scan for life signs or try hailing them. Let's scan for life signs. Scan the ship for life signs, Ensign. There's no one on board, Captain. Okay, so now we're going to scan the array, and we got a 40 plus 35. What about the array? Several life forms on board, Captain. Oh, we had success. Good. Is one of them Vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a duranium deposit. We'll need it to repair the transporter room. Alright, so duranium, if I'm not mistaken, we had that here. Is that not correct? Yeah, duranium. Okay, set course. Okay, Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Leave the storage alone and focus on salvaging from other parts of the ship, or... Oh, that one's locked. We can't, because we don't have a torpedo launch bay. So we'll just do that. That's all we can do. Good. So we got 45. Found a moderate amount of resources, Captain. We now have all the uranium we need. Engineering is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. Okay, so we kind of know how to do this. So we're going to do the transporter room, and we're going to repair. Oh, repair and activate. There we go. So it says it's repairing. Is there a time on that? Or is it using anything? I don't see anything going down. Like our uranium. No production in progress. Okay, so maybe we have to... Oh, I just had to click on it. Transporters are back online, Captain. Or is that timing? Mr. Paris, set course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Okay, so now we set course back to the array. Now, fly to the array. Now, what is this? It's saying... Okay, well, we already know about the repairing rooms. Repairing a room takes time, cycles, commit cycles by flying to other locations. Oh. So we have to do other stuff in order for, like, me clicking around. Okay. So this is 3 cycles away. Set course. So far, exactly like the TV show. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Although I don't remember if they actually had to go find the deuterium and uranium right before going to the array, or if it was after. But anyway, close enough. The main gist is still the same. Alright, so now Transporter Away Missions presents a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. Makes sense. Okay. So we click here. Oh, I think it is just going to... I don't think there's any recommendations on this because she's already said who's going. So it's just going to be these 2. Yeah. It's only choices I get anyway. Alright. Start mission. But, yeah, I can see where there's the different skills. Pilot, quick-witted. Okay. Pilot and quick-witted. That's the recommended traits. That's what we have. Alright. Decide on an approach. Okay, and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed over here. Okay. Got it. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place, it's eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? So there's look for footprints or special noises. And that requires 25. Okay, so if I click here, that shows high success. Scan for life signs or strange energy signatures and risk level. Okay, so it really wanted 29. He's got 25. This one had 33. He got 29. But that one's got... No, that's bad. That one... Okay. This one has a higher chance. We're going to do... Yeah, we'll do this. Oh, you kind of hold it down. Success! Harry and Tom use their tricorders to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working the fields. The old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. Huh, sounds like home. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued. 1. Okay, that's that symbol, I guess. And their skill values are reduced. Oh. Okay, so if you use the same person too much, you're going to have issues. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. Oh, it shows you should know what challenges are coming up ahead. And to think about that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? Okay, so over here, we're on the second challenge. This one definitely needed kind of like a medical, I guess is what that is. And this one, but could also use that one. And then the next one really needs this and repair, which would be Harry Kim. Okay, that's how you kind of... Okay, got it. So we could demand what's going on, which could give us a plus 15, but the risk level is fairly high. Try to read his body language for any clues. And that one's got, like, super high success. But we only get plus 5 of whatever that is that we get. It's really kind of difficult because this one is barely over 50%, but we get 3 times the amount of rewards. It's tempting because it's still a good chance. Demand to know what's going on. Alright, we're going to try it. Please work. Oh, it did not. Failure. Alright, Harry's and Tom's demands have little effect on the old man, who seems rather confused by their presence, muttering about how things are not supposed to happen this way. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Alright, so we got crap out of that. You can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the accumulated skill level is high or higher than the required number, you have a chance for a critical success, golden part of the chance bar. Oh, okay. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the Maquis ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. Take note of that, developers. You lift out an A there. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. Okay, so here's what we have. Investigate the barn wall for a hidden door, which, not good success. Try to analyze these energy readings, what these energy readings could be. Better success. Try to find a way to break the illusion of the wall. Now this one, if we do both, we have a critical success. I say we go for that. And that's going to give us plus 150... I don't even know what that is. What is this? It's not telling me. It's maybe something we have to use later for upgrades. Okay. Let's do it. Success. Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air, but before they can break the illusion, the people of the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish, glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half-Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Ah, Chakotay. Alright. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that have a large influence on how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. Okay. So I guess that could make for repeat play. These people must be the missing Maquis. They are being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. Okay, so they're both fatigued, so this isn't helping. Wake up the tattooed man, which is pilot, and quick-witted wake up the half-Klingon woman. Well, Klingons are notoriously not good for political situations or situations you're not sure of. So, I just noticed their heartbeat under them. Maybe that changes if they start getting injured. I think it would make more sense to wake him, and having watched the show, we know this is Chakotay and ends up being second in command. So he would probably be better. Yeah. Because if I do this, I mean, yeah, you have the golden, but I think we're better off with him right now. We're going to do that. Your choice has consequences. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. But before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. So we got 20 deuterium. Mission complete. Okay. Oh, we upped their level. Successful challenges was 3. Critical successes, 0. Okay. Now I'm not sure what that's going to do for us. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Tom Paris. Captain! What happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. What? But we were there for only an hour, right, Harry? Harry. He was just beside me. Then he's still on the array. But why were you released and not the Maquis are hailing us, Captain, putting them on screen. I'm Commander Chakotay of the Maquis. My chief engineer, Balana Taurus, is missing. Is she with you? Okay, so yeah, see, this is Chakotay. And Balana Taurus. Okay. No, Commander, one of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem, and it would make sense if we solved it together. 3 of us will beam over to your ship. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and his Maquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. And of course, we got Chakotay and we've got Tuvok. I don't remember her right off. Okay. Captain, this is Seska. Oh yes, Seska. Oh my gosh, she comes in way later too in the series. One of my engineers, and Tuvok, my... Oh, I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As am I, Captain. Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Were you going to deliver us into their waiting hands, Vulcan? Correct. However, I assure you I perform my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Charming. And I see you have Paris with you, too. Are you forming a Maquis Traders Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Taurus and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They've sealed the entrances and are blocking incoming hails. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. And I notice you can skip to choice as well down here, which I guess if you're replaying it, that could make things go a lot faster, which would be really handy if you've played it before. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources in the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support. Secure core decks and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Okay. To be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Oh, okay, so you can do life support per deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Interesting. So there is some strategy, it looks like, in some of this. Okay, so let's look. Activate life support on Deck 5. That's going to be here. Switch on, that's going to use 18. Oh, that's kind of cool animation. Alright, life support restored on Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. Ooh. And of course, it's a mess. We'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Okay, so we'll go here, and we'll tell it to repair. Do we have the uranium? Yes, we do. 2 cycles. Repairing. Repairs in progress. Until completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system and gather more deuterium and uranium. Makes sense. Alright. Let's see. Explore the system and gather more resources until the engineering office is repaired. So, do we just click system? Oh, no, we can just zoom out. Okay. Now, can we... Oh, you can... Oh, look at that. Very nice. Although, you can't move. Oh, you can use the WASD to move around on it. Okay, that's what we needed. Okay, so let's just start scanning. There's a freighter. Scan. It's a Talaxian. It's got deuterium. And this one, another shipwreck, has deuterium. And then scan. That's got uranium. Scan. Uranium. Deuterium. And this has got deuterium. And deuterium. Okay, so we got a decent amount of different resources. It looks like we really need some of the uranium, though, because our deuterium is we're going minus 20. We're still pretty low on that totem, though, too, just like we are on this one. Wonder what we should do first. Maybe if we went here, we could grab some here and here, and that way we get a little bit of both. That may work out. Okay, so explore the system, gathering new resources. Alright, so let's go here first. Oh, it's repaired. Provides up to +1 work team. Work teams are required to perform repairs, construction and hull repair on board a Voyager. Close the report to automatically finish all actions, activate all activatable rooms, and collect all resources and from removed rooms. Enter ship to manage manually. Well, I don't think we really need to do anything. We just close the report. An engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Nice. Oh, I like that graphic. That's actually nice. Building or repairing rooms, even clearing rubble, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Okay. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. Okay, now we're getting into the morale bar. Okay, we're getting way more complex now. The morale bar shows your current morale, 1, and change to morale per cycle. Okay. 3 indicating your crew's needs. Interesting. Open the overview screen by pressing tab and switch to morale to get detailed info about your crew's needs. Interesting. Your decisions in ship management, food, crew quarters, and events affect crew morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Okay. Okay, so here, morale. It shows we're losing 100 per cycle. Quarterless and emergency rations. Those are the 2 things that are really hurting us. So it's showing we're in the neutral, so we're not at the high morale. Okay. Then it said we could do tab. Oh, look at this. So we look at the warp core and see our deuterium stock. Looks like we can only hold 1,000. We have 16 cycles before we have to get into forced gray mode because we're out of power. Morale. Okay, here we go. Quarterless. 50 crew without quarters and emergency rations. Okay. Crew. Available, assigned, ex-Borgs. I guess we'll get to that. And then heroes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Liking it. Liking it. Okay, so we need to toggle on life support. Life support restored on Deck 2, Captain. Access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations again. Okay, so now we're supposed to repair and then explore while the repair is in progress. So, we'll do the repair. Repair is in progress. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. Ruined room must be cleared to create room for residential sections. The ship is heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed beyond repair. To free up new building space, you will first have to remove the remnants of the old, select the room, give the order to clear the debris. Removing the debris takes time. To pass the time, travel on the map. Okay, so it looks like you set up a lot of stuff and then just there are debris. While waiting for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. I agree. That's why we were traveling over here. Mess hall! Okay, before we even got over here. Provides the crew with a place where they can gather for meals and relax away from their duty stations. Let's just close it for right now and continue. Mess hall repairs are completed, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. Is that something we need to do? Oh, I guess we do. With every cycle, your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rations, 1, which don't require resources but lower morale. The crew should be used to consuming premium rations made by the replicator. Those increase morale but consume deuterium. Okay. Switch the replicator rations in the mess hall. Replicator rations are now issued to the crew, Captain. Okay, and we're definitely getting lower on this now. Because it's 37 per cycle. Okay, so we're going to need to... Not the overview. How do we explore the system? Ship. Oh, system. There we go. Okay, we got the ruined room. Ruined room removal concluded. Great. Maybe we can finally rebuild some crew quarters. My back is killing me from sleeping in the corridor. It'll do wonders for morale, that's for sure. Okay, to build new rooms, like the empty building space to bring up the construction menu. If you have enough work teams and resources, you can build the room. Every room needs a corresponding area, so plan accordingly. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to be following what it says. Build emergency quarters. Okay. So, oh, there's 2 here. So, maintenance, crew, technology, combat, Borg technology. What happens if I do Borg technology? Current level is insufficient. Imagine that. How do you go back? Oh, right mouse button. Okay, so crew maybe. Emergency quarters. So it looks like I can do sick bay later. And a holodeck. Okay, so let's do emergency quarters. That's what they want. There. Your crew is the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. Don't forget to provide the necessary accommodation, or morale may drop faster than you'd like. Okay, so that's building. It's going to take a while. Let's go back to the system. There we go. Got the crew quarters. Accommodates 10 crew in crammed, limited quality quarters, but it's -1 morale per cycle, which is probably less than what we were getting. So, close report. Okay, leave the storage and focus. That's all we can do. We don't have a choice. Good. Got that. Oh, yeah, we're doing much better now. Okay. We're basically out of deuterium. Oh, we got a call. I guess that's what it's trying to tell us. Caretaker. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Held the array. Urgh, who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. That old guy with the banjo. Though he seemed a lot less jellyfishy back on the array. I'm Captain Janeway, the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Let's see. Let Chakotay talk. That gives us 60%. Appeal to his humanity. Tell us where they are. Try to intimidate him. Chance 100%. Scan the array for Harry and B'Elanna. With a 70% chance. Alright, well, let's just scan. I won't rely on the words of a stranger. Scan the array for life signs of Harry and Taurus. No sign of them, Captain, and no humanoid life forms indicated at all. Who and what are we talking to right now? Okay, so now let's try and appeal to his humanity? I don't think he's human, though. We're entrusted with their safety. Their families and friends rely on us to bring them home. They are our responsibility. I understand, but I had no choice. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? I must honor a debt that can never be repaid. Find something that cannot be found. Offer your help. What you're looking for? Somebody didn't do good dialogue on this. Maybe we can help. You? I've searched the galaxy with methods beyond your comprehension. No, there's nothing you can do. No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. Damn it, we haven't gotten any closer to Harry and Taurus. You managed to get him to open up a bit. Maybe Starfleet diplomacy isn't so bad after all. Captain, if I may, I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses toward the fifth planet of the neighboring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have. Thoughts, Commander? Seems our paths are intertwined, Captain. Let's use this opportunity to find our people and bring them back. Agreed. Mr. Paris, I want you at the helm for this one. Let's find our people. Set a course for the fifth planet in the neighboring system. Maximum warp. Okay, now it's going to tell us how to do warp stuff. So the sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can scan the system first and select a specific pole to visit. Okay. Alright. I think we're going to call it for this first episode. Please let me know if you want to see more, or if you would like to see others. Please like and subscribe, and Bubba out.